Texas State joining the Pac-12 gets me really excited about what this conference might look like. And although this won't take effect till 2026, I thought it might be fun to power rank these teams just for the 2025 season. At number 8, I've got Utah State, a testament to how deep the new Pac-12 is going to be because I don't even think they're going to be that bad of a team this year. They bring in Bronco Mendenhall. He brings in some impressive defensive players, but in my opinion, not enough guys on the offensive side of the football. There's going to be a bit of a clashing of regimes, and maybe they could have a pleasantly surprising season like Mendenhall orchestrated in New Mexico last year, but I'm anticipating a little bit of growing pains this season. San Diego State heads into its second season under Sean Lewis. At Kent State, Lewis made a significant leap from year 1 to year 2, and so a similar leap could happen for San Diego State this season. They've got some awesome defensive continuity that's going to really help them out, and they shook things up on offense, which I think was much needed after last season. At 6 is Fresno State. They're ushering in a new era under Matt Entz. I'm just a little bit uncertain about how Entz will fare in his first season as the head coach of a program in Fresno State that's not in a great position. Entz has never been tasked with a rebuild before. I've talked about these thoughts in depth, so I'm just a little bit lower on Fresno State than some people are this year. Texas State could be in for a great season this year. They're going to have another opportunity to make a run at a Sun Belt title, and despite losing some big names on offense and defense, they once again did an excellent job of finding talent via the transfer portal, one of the strengths of Texas State under G.J. Kinney. Washington State's going to be a really interesting story this year. Just a complete tonal and schematic shift under Jimmy Rogers. He brings a totally different vibe to the table. We could see our first 1,000-yard back from Washington State in a very long time, and I'm excited to see what they can produce this year with what I think is a pretty talented roster with some FCS transfers coming to the fray. Colorado State could be in for a really big year under Jay Norvell. They have progressed each and every season, improving year by year. They bring back Braden Fowler-Nicolosi and some solid pieces. And last season, they were kind of battered by injuries, and yet they fought through it and still had a great year. I think they could have an excellent encore season. Oregon State is coming off of a really rough year where they lost the war of attrition, they couldn't find a quarterback, and they had issues that plagued them throughout the year. But this season, they've got a quarterback, Malik Murphy. This staff gets another year to really sink their teeth in here, something they didn't have the luxury of doing last offseason with all of the chaos, and I really think the Beavs could turn in an excellent year with their pseudo-power conference schedule that's just a little bit of a mix of everything. But at the top, I've got Boise State, fresh off of a college football playoff appearance where they didn't even necessarily need the auto bid. They might have made it as an at-large team. The Broncos are poised to be the top number 1 run contender in the new Pac-12 when it happens. And if the Pac-12 started in 2025, I would have them at number 1 in my Pac-12 power rankings.